South Sudan is the youngest nation in the world. The East African country gained independence from Sudan in 2011. Nearly 14 years later, South Sudan finds itself at a pivotal moment in its nation-building journey. The country is doing as much as it can to establish its presence across the world with functional foreign diplomatic missions in 32 countries globally, according to the government's official website. This means that there are diplomatic representatives spread across these diplomatic missions. Simon Juach Deng is one of them. He has been serving as South Sudan's ambassador to Uganda, Rwanda and Burundi since 2022, when he was appointed by President Salva Kiir, until late 2023, when he was recalled to Juba, the capital of South Sudan.
I go back to Juba, where I've been serving for the past 6 months as the executive director in the office of the President of the Republic of South Sudan, and also being given another new assignment to go on a diplomatic mission to serve in the same capacity as head of mission. I will be moving to serve as the head of mission in Harare and some non-resident countries around.
Ambassador Juach Deng says his most challenging task was to calm down the trade tension between Kampala and Juba in 2023. The South Sudan authorities had impounded some 74 Ugandan trucks at a Legu border because the maize flour they were ferrying to Juba was reportedly contaminated with high levels of aflatoxins and was not suitable for human consumption. That standoff threatened diplomatic ties and trading relationship between Uganda and South Sudan at that time.
There were some people doing malpractice in the business, but once they were identified, they were isolated, people came up with mechanism. And that's why now, when you are exporting to South Sudan grains in bulk, it passes through Uganda Bureau of Standards so that it is certified under the East Africa framework. So that once it's come on the other side, certified by the Uganda Bureau of Standards, nobody questions. But in the past, that wasn't the case. So I think out of that crisis came a good outcome. That's why this thing is there now. At least everybody is rest assured whatever is coming through is something that's good for human consumption.
In terms of education, Uganda hosts more than 70,000 South Sudanese students who are here to further their studies either at university or high school level. Ambassador Deng says these were previously treated unfairly, but the issue has since been made better.
All the South Sudanese studying in a learning institution in Uganda were charged as international students, and each one was paying an $100, which is equivalent to 360,000 Uganda shilling. And our statistics tells us we have over 10,000 South Sudanese students in higher learning education in colleges and universities. So if you do a simple math, that's a lot of money that people were getting on top of the school fees. But through engagement with the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Interior, we were able to get that waiver.
Uganda is the largest refugee hosting country in Africa. As of 31st January this year, there were nearly 1,800,000 refugees in the country, according to data published by the Office of the Prime Minister and United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Of this, 981,326 are South Sudanese refugees, who account for 54.2% of the entire refugee population in Uganda. With the refugee funding rapidly reducing, the Ugandan government has warned that sustaining the huge refugee population is becoming extremely difficult. Now, Ambassador Deng wants the South Sudanese refugees to return home.
For the past 7 years, there has been calm in the Republic of South Sudan, with the except of a few criminal activities on the roads. So we've been engaging with the Office of the Prime Minister, the UN refugee agencies, for voluntary return. Because, you know, when these people cross the border, they register as refugees. They are now under the protection of the government of Uganda and the UNHCR.
And even as his duty in Kampala officially comes to an end, Ambassador Deng leaves unfinished business which he hopes will be accomplished soon.
We've also been engaging on the power transmission to the Republic of South Sudan. We were going to get it from the Oluyo dam. Already the preparation is going very well with the 2 lines that are going to be affected, one going from Oluyo to Nimule and to Juba, and the one that's going through Oraba to Kaya. If this happens, it will help with the economic growth because more businesses will sprang up, and that will contribute to purchasing power for people, both exporting goods to South Sudan and the consumers on the other end.
Daniel Kibet, NTV.